Good morning and welcome to Friday's edition of our program TVC Breakfast. My name is Etoma Edu and I'm a minority today.
Good morning, Nigeria. Happy Salah to our Muslim brothers and sisters. I am Veronica Daniko.
It's a beautiful holiday. Good morning, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you join us every morning. And today is a holiday, so we have a very packed show for you. The name is Ria Abdul, and of course, welcome to our show.
Rise and shine, Nigeria. Like everyone has said, we've got a very big spread for you this morning. Now, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're choosing to spend your morning here with us on the TVC Breakfast Show. We are very grateful for that, and you are very welcome. I'm Olamide Odekunle.
Of course, and today is a holiday. I don't know, did we all get this holiday fever?
We did.
You did get it, Veronica.
The road was free, so that's what I got.
You know,
That's what you're okay. I didn't get any
I
holiday
almost thought
fever.
I was working in the bank because I woke up and I'm like, oh, it's a holiday. And I remember I was working on TV. I'm like, oh my God, I have to do the show. But anyway, we're here because we definitely love our job.
Absolutely.
Even come rain, come shine, we'll definitely be here to make sure we give you the show. But anyway, let me give you a rundown of what we'll be doing this morning. At some point, Olamide will bring us all the headlines that have made it to the newspaper. We get to talk about it and dissect it right here on the show. Later on the show, we'll be taking you all the way to history. Only us can tell our stories like ourselves. We'll be having conversations about that. And when we take you all the way to Abuja, we'll be talking about some of the dividends that is coming out of the president's visit to UK. So it's definitely going to be a beautiful one. Do make sure you grab that cup of coffee and let's have a very fantastic show.
Interesting. All right, so we'll begin from that deal signed by the president, President Bola Tinubu, which witnessed the signing of a £746 million financing agreement in London between Nigeria's Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, and Citibank, aimed at modernizing two major seaports in Lagos. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde has details.
At Lancaster House, President Bola Tinubu and First Lady Oluremi Tinubu observed the signing of a landmark agreement between Nigeria and the United Kingdom to upgrade key port infrastructure in Lagos. The deal was signed by Nigeria's Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, and UK Minister for Small Business and Economic Transformation, Blair McDougall. For years, inefficiencies at Nigeria's ports, including congestion, delays, and aging infrastructure, have cost the country billions of dollars annually. Businesses routinely face long cargo dwell times, higher shipping costs, and in some cases, diversion of goods to neighboring ports. This agreement aims to reverse that trend.
This MOU aligns with our goal to mobilize investment, mobilize capital at scale, I would say. And for our UK partners, of course, it creates a stronger pipeline of bankable transactions that UK can look at and readily support.
With modernized facilities, the Apapa and Tinkan Island ports are expected to improve efficiency, reduce turnaround time, and significantly increase Nigeria's trade capacity, positioning the country as a stronger hub for regional commerce.
This Memorandum of Understanding is an important step. It's non-binding, but it sets out a shared direction. Nigeria's priority projects and UK Export Finance's readiness to work with you to develop a strong pipeline subject to due diligence, value for money, and the right standards.
The deal underscores growing confidence between both nations and highlights the role of strategic partnerships in driving large-scale development. Analysts say fixing port infrastructure could unlock billions in trade value, lower the cost of doing business, and strengthen Nigeria's position in global supply chains. For the Tinubu administration, it is a critical step in advancing its renewed hope agenda and repositioning the economy for sustained growth. Femi Akonde, TVC News, London.
This is a major move by the federal government to improving our sector regarding the ports and even the maritime sector. And it has been reported that if this pulls through, as we have seen, that this is the first major step being taken in 50 years at ensuring that we improve efficiency around our ports and also improve businesses within the ports. And so it is good that we are seeing the president step up into this positioning of Nigeria's economy, looking at the ports, the maritime sector and all of that. But then again, there are questions regarding these monies that we are receiving. We just heard them say, the UK say that it is non-binding, and a lot of questions are being asked. How do you mean regarding this non-binding agreement that is being signed? And we also know that Nigeria is a major business partner for the UK, over billions of pounds that the UK, gets of doing business with Nigeria. And so that is why they are taking the significant stride at ensuring that they deepen this relationship with Nigeria. But from your perspective, how do you see this positioning businesses within the ports? Efficiency and all of it. You have heard, major importers talking about the times they spend, the number of monies they spend when they want to clear their goods and all of that. We are hoping that we begin to see some injection of perhaps things that will improve, services and all of that. Still talking about efficiency within the ports.
Yes, my prayer is as the money comes and infrastructure is improved, the ports are being modernized, that Apapa, which is a gridlock, would be opened up a little bit, and then we're going to have legislation or decisions that will make doing business around the port area much more easier. If you have anything to do at the port right now, you just cancel the whole day or maybe the whole week, because you have business to do there. Let's look at it a little bit further. If the port becomes as efficient as we think it would be, and Apapa is opened up a little bit to reduce the gridlock that Apapa represents, it's going to encourage businessmen to invest in productive ventures. Manufacturing, I believe manufacturing will improve, because exporting and importing will be much easier than it is right now. So it is something that is not just important, it is something that most Nigerians should pray seriously. I mean, if you do all-night prayers and the rest, this is the time to do it for Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth, is that we need to get out from this consuming nation to a productive nation. And if we have modern ports, that's a step in the right direction.
Of course, a step in the right direction. I like the fact that you mentioned that Nigerians need to begin to pray. That
fast, maybe.
that this deal pulls through and that we achieve what we want to achieve at the end of the day, because we have always seen significant steps being taken by the president. He engaging, talk about Turkey, UAE, all of it, he moving from one country to the other, and Nigerians are asking questions. How is this translating to improving the lives of the ordinary man on the street? But when we see this move being made by the president, signing a deal with the UK to improve our ports, of course, a lot of persons will get jobs. And everything that we are looking for, we will begin to see the impact on the lives of ordinary Nigerians. But the feelers we are getting out there regarding the movement of the president is, why is this our president always traveling? Things are happening in Nigeria. He's not saying that, he's not doing this. And you begin to wonder, how patriotic are we regarding things like this? That is where I want to take it from for you. I want to understand from your perspective how Nigerians need to be patriotic regarding issues, matters that has to do with them, because at the end of the day, it's not the president that will be at the ports. It is Nigerians that are meant to benefit from it.
Exactly, and when we talk about the ports, they are very important, because that's what we have a lot of buying, we have a lot of selling, we have a lot of things coming into Nigeria. And oftentimes, I always say it, if you do not like, yesterday I said it, if you don't like one particular government, that doesn't translate to you not liking Nigeria, because at the end of the day, Nigeria is your own. Nigeria will forever be there. Even if that person leaves power, Nigeria will be there. My own worry, Veronica, is that I'm happy that we're hearing all those good dividends from his visit to UK, but I just hope that we are now able to make sure it happens. It's one thing to hear that, oh, this, lofty amount of money we pushed into our seaports, fantastic, I'm excited, but I need to now see it implemented. A lot of people will ask questions that how does it reflect to, the layman on the road? But then again, there'll be more jobs, it will be cheaper, there'll be more movement of, goods and services. So I feel like it's a fantastic one. All I want to make sure that money goes into the right place, because oftentimes the money will go straight past here. We want it to go straight into where it's supposed to go. Go through where it's supposed to go, and so that Nigerians can finally see that, okay, all those trips the president is making is going to be for good. And the president is the chief marketer. If he doesn't travel, who then travels to sell Nigeria?
Well, such deals, they don't just give you cash. They come with infrastructure to ensure that what you need to do is done. So money's getting into the wrong hands will not be possible.
We hope so.
At the end of the day, what they are giving you is commensurate with the amount they have said, and that's why they are mentioning that amount in itself. But Olamide, from your perspective, I need you to quickly weigh in on this before we move on to what we have to do next. How do you see this improving the lives of the ordinary Nigerians, and how should Nigerians embrace this move by the president?
We should definitely embrace it. Now, around 90% of world trade moves by sea. And so improving Nigeria's port systems and upgrading them and taking them into the future could greatly affect global supply chains and in turn affect the average Nigerian on the street. Now, I like the fact that it's the Tin Can and the Apapa ports that are going to benefit the most from this billion-pound deal, because those are two very pivotal ports. 70% of our nation's imports and exports moves through those ports. Now, a very close family member of mine works at the Nigerian Ports Authority, and she went on a visit to Spain. And she essentially told me that she was sort of ashamed when she went to the port in Spain. She said that the port was basically manless. There was no man there. It was all AI. It was all a modern shipping tracking system. The cargoes, everything was automated. The question now Nigeria has to ask, and I guess this deal has answered that question, is will Nigeria plug into the future of global shipping, or will we be left behind? The choice is ours to make, but there is so much money to be made from our ships. Right now, Nigeria should position itself as the African hub for shipping. It's very, very possible. More ships, more traffic, more money.
Exactly. Absolutely. Our president has, in his speech when he was coming in, has talked about digitalization and all of it. That's part of his plan for Nigeria. And so he has shown that he's a forward-thinking president. And that is why these deals like this that talks about digitalization of the structures of the ports are also important, which is part of it. So we are looking forward to something coming out of this, something positive at the end of the day that will improve the lives of Nigerians and the economy of the country.